Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Gamansing. In our top story, despite low bond ratings, Governor Kenneth Mapp appeared on a local radio program to reveal his optimism on the territory's road to economic recovery. The governor spoke about progress through road projects that have already begun on both St. Croix and St. Thomas, as well as the construction of the Paulie Joseph Stadium and the funds he is requesting to continue the revitalization projects. News 2's Stephanie Brown reports.
Governor Mapp appeared on WSDA's Addy Atley morning show this morning amidst of gloomy finance Senate hearings that have forced many government departments to operate with significantly less budgets. The governor and his financial team submitted an $833.9 million 2018 fiscal budget for the territory in July, which he and his executive team stated reflected the constraints the territory is enduring by being virtually locked out of the bond market. However, even though credit ratings for the territory have fallen into junk status, the territory has not neglected its obligations to debtors.
That the people of the Virgin Islands should be absolutely proud. We have never been late on a payment, and we have never missed a payment.
Yesterday, the governor held a private meeting with legislators, which he stated covered the expansion of private sector development and other capital projects, which he could not announce at this time. In July of this year, during the groundbreaking ceremony of the Frederickstead Revitalization Project, which includes the Paulie Joseph Stadium, the governor stated that he would need $9 million more on top of the appropriated $18 million to construct flood mitigation in the stadium's surrounding areas.
And again, people say, yeah, but if you're broke, if you're broke, how you could put $9 million in the project? Because if you don't get the elements of the economy moving and generate more people to come into the Virgin Islands, you're going to be broker.
For News 2, I'm Stephanie Shalana Brown.
Now, on the radio program, the governor reiterated about the Children's Health Insurance Program, also known as CHIP, providing some further coverage for the young in the territory, as well as the status of the horse race tracks on St. Croix and St. Thomas. In other news, the Committee on Finance, chaired by Senator Kurt Viale, held a meeting at the Capitol on Tuesday to receive testimony and an overview of the fiscal year 2018 budget from the Department of Finance. The fiscal year 2018 recommendation for the general fund budget is $4,878,000. This is a 10% reduction of the $564 in comparison to the fiscal year 2017 budget of $5,442,000. In addition to the Department of Finance and PFA, the Virgin Islands Public Services Commission and the Office of Management and Budget, they also shared their fiscal year 2018 budget requests. Donald Cole, the executive director of the PSC, stated that the fiscal year 2018 budget is $2,782,000. He also stated that the fiscal year 2018 expenditures are $1,792,000. Now, Nellan Borey, who is the director of OMB, stated that the appropriation request is $4.44 million, and this includes $2.45 million from the general fund and $1.99 million from the indirect cost funds. The West Indian Company Limited advises that the Norwegian Escape has deviated from its scheduled port of calls due to inclement weather, but no worries. The huge ship will be visiting the Waiko dock on Wednesday, August 23rd. The ship is scheduled to arrive at 6:30 a.m. and depart at 5 p.m. Norwegian Escape is a cruise ship for Norwegian Cruise Lines in service since October 2015. It can hold about 4,266 passengers and a crew of 1,733. Again, they will be in dock Wednesday, August 23rd. That deadline is near. Lieutenant Governor Osbert Potter reminds the public that the 2017 property tax bills that have been issued to all property owners on record as of January 1st, 2017 will become delinquent if not paid by August 30th, 2017. A public notice of delinquency for all delinquent properties will be published before October 30th, 2017, and a new set of public auctions in both districts will take place as early as November 2017. He said property tax bills may be paid online at the Office of the Lieutenant Governors. The website propertytax.vi.gov. However, payment plans must still be made through the Virgin Islands tax collector. Consistent with past billings, the 2017 bill also includes information on unpaid tax years. Property owners who have not paid their prior tax year bills are encouraged to contact the Virgin Islands tax collector to make arrangements for a payment. Virgin Islands Department of Agriculture, some news to share. They're partnering with the Juan F. Louis Hospital to form the Farm to Hospital program to further promote the sale of locally grown farm products to hospitals. The Department of Agriculture and the Juan F. Louis Hospital will jointly host a meet and greet in the Benny and Martha Benjamin Foundation Conference Center, Room 1, to publicly announce the new Farm to Hospital initiative and to formally sign a memorandum of understanding tomorrow, Wednesday, August 23rd at 6 to 8 p.m. Juan F. Louis Hospital Director of Dietary Services spoke further. Here's more.
One of the benefits for having this program, the Farm to Hospital program, is that the meals and the menu that we produce will now have freshly grown foods from our local farmers, which the nutrition contents will be highly more nutritious for our patients. We have also piloted with hydroponic, tropical hydroponic, and we have noticed that the vegetables that we use, like lettuce, that instead of lasting approximately 7 days, they will last longer for 2 weeks. So we are very pleased and honored to have this program coming to the hospital.
We'll turn it to crime reports. Police say on August 18th at approximately 2:30 p.m., contact was made with 37-year-old Calhoun George Jr., who was taken into custody after he was positively identified as the individual involved in an ongoing investigation of an assault third case that took place on August 3rd in the area of Tutu Park Mall. He was advised of his rights and charged, unable to post the $25,000 bail. George was remanded to the Bureau of Corrections Detention Center pending his advice of rights hearing. Also on Monday, August 21st, around 3:15 p.m., officers were dispatched to a disturbance at a residence in Peters Rest. Upon officers' arrival, they made contact with the female minor and her mother. The victim, who was interviewed with her mother, stated that she got into an argument over her cell phone with her 27-year-old adult male boyfriend. The suspect then started choking her and physically assaulted her and fled the area when the victim attempted to call 911. Here's more from VIPD.
ACO also took personal electronic items and cash from the victim's bedroom before he fled the area. ACO is charged with simple assault and battery, DV, disturbing the peace by fighting, petite larceny, rape second, unlawful sexual contact in the second-degree DV. No bail was set as per the DV statute. ACO was remanded to the Golden Grove Detention Center pending his advice of rights hearing.
Well, crews removed the Confederate memorial in front of the Howard County Circuit Courthouse in Ellicott City overnight. Howard County Executive Alan Kittleman says he ordered the removal due in part to the violent protest earlier this month in Charlottesville, Virginia. Kittleman says the memorial will likely be given to a local museum. Calls have grown for Confederate symbols nationwide to be taken down in the wake of the Charlottesville violence. Baltimore removed 4 Confederate monuments last week, while a statue of former Supreme Court Chief Justice Roger Taney was taken down from the grounds of the Maryland State House in Annapolis. Keeping our eye on the economy, auto giant Ford announced some plans Tuesday to sell fully electric vehicles under a new brand in China. The joint venture would be a 50-50 partnership with a Chinese company that specializes in fully electric cars. It comes as China's government also pushes for more electric vehicles as it tries to cut down on pollution in major cities. China is the world's largest auto market, and Ford isn't the only global automaker trying to boost electric vehicle sales there. GM began selling a small electric car there this month, and Volkswagen closed a joint venture deal to make electric vehicles with a Chinese company in June. Don't forget the Tech Talk that's taking place on Wednesday VIA CEO Alvaro Pilar will be hosting Tech Talk with VIA, which is an opportunity for businesses and residential customers to experience via demonstrations the capability of VIA's network. Although there will be a discussion about various telecommunications products, the focus will be on Gig Ethernet, Gig E, with fully symmetrical speeds to the end user device, more bandwidth and increased speeds. Gig E provides access to next level high speed data and bandwidth requested by Virgin Islands businesses. Pilar stated, "We are providing reliable and affordable connectivity to enable Virgin Islanders to successfully compete in local, regional, and global marketplaces." He said, "We have been providing Gig E service to businesses through our fiber optic terminals." Tech Talk with VIA will be held on Wednesday, August 23rd at VIA's Customer Experience Center at Estate Diamond on St. Croix from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Taking a look at the numbers, we can see everything up there. The Dow 196, NASDAQ 84, S&P 500 24. Coming up on News 2, we have some back-to-school news and we have some music from Nicky Brooks. She premieres a sneak peek of her video. That's coming up next. Back to school time. Students are preparing for back to school by getting their pricks. Immunization events were held on St. Thomas and St. Croix this past weekend to update those immunization records and receive the reward of some goodies in the process. Here's more. Department of Health officials say 372 students received vaccinations and clearances from the Department of Health's back-to-school immunization drive, 105 on St. Croix, 267 on St. Thomas.
Before going back to school, we know school is starting in about 2 weeks, and there are many required vaccinations for school, and so we need to make sure that the kids are ready to go back to school. And so in an effort to do that, we wanted to try to make it a little bit easier for parents who didn't get into their private provider or into our clinic.
Before vaccines, many children died from diseases that vaccines now prevent, such as whooping cough, measles, and polio. These same germs exist today, but because babies are protected by vaccines, we don't see these diseases nearly as often.
What you need as a child, as an infant, as a toddler, as an adolescent, as a young teen is different in some ways to what you need as an adult, but vaccines nonetheless. We need boosters as we go along because some vaccines wear off after time, and we may need boosters. If you're a healthcare worker, there are certain vaccines that you need to get as well. As we age, we have to remember we have children, we have grandchildren.
It is always better to prevent a disease than it is to treat it after it occurs. Diseases that used to be common around the world can now be prevented by vaccination.
If you didn't make it into us today, you can go see your private provider or you can give us a call in our clinic. We will be open Monday to Friday. We're there from 8 to 5, so you can give us a call to make an appointment to come in. What you need to bring is your child's immunization card, insurance information, birth certificate, your picture ID. That's what you need to bring in order for us to give you service. If you don't have insurance, that is not a barrier to you getting service in our clinic. Feel free to come on in and see us.
Now, the drives were held last weekend, St. Thomas, St. Croix, and be sure to tune in to our newscast as we share some immunization recognition tomorrow. Yvonne, Milner, Bosque Elementary School, they announced their mandatory orientation schedules for all students in grade kindergarten to 6 to be held at the school. Those are the dates there. During the designated orientation time, parents, guardians are asked to present immunization records for the students and pay required school fees. Families who do not wish to purchase school insurance must present a photocopy of an insurance card, front and back, on which the student is covered. In addition, addition, students utilizing school bus transportation services are required to submit one passport-sized photo. You can call the school for more information. Those are the orientation dates there. Tuesday, September 5th, first day of school. At 8, registration for students. 9, kindergarten. Thursday, September 7th, 8 a.m., grades 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And then Friday, September 8th, 8 a.m., grades 4th, 5th, and 6th at the cafeteria. A special presentation was made to 12-year-old Naya Robinson at the Salt River National Park Visitor Center on Saturday in St. Croix as part of Project Promise's Fun Day event. Project Promise students had a goal of raising about $450 to impact the kids with special needs in the Illinois area, but they raised $1,060, which allowed them to not only impact the children with disabilities in Illinois, but also Naya here in the territory. With enough monies left back, they gave the local special needs child a bag loaded with school supplies. Now, Teresa O'Reilly, who is the founder of Project Promise, said that the last summer the Chicago area supported Project Promise's Back to School Supplies project, and Project Promise wanted to return the favor. Julia George, Naya's mother, said she was inspired by the deed. The USVI Tourism team is busy showcasing our beautiful islands and locally made products at the annual Bronner Brothers International Beauty Show in Atlanta, Georgia. The event is now in its 70th year. It's known as the hallmark event in the beauty industry, attracting thousands of attendees over the 3 days. Now, pictured right there is the Deputy Commissioner Nelia Ross with Bernard Bronner, CEO and President of Bronner Brothers. They also spent a busy few days promoting the USVI in New Orleans, including hosting a lunch for travel agents and meeting planners who gain more insight about what's happening in the islands. The territory was also promoted to travel agents and journalists as a prime destination for travelers to spend their hard-earned money attending the 2017 NABJ the convention through its hosting of the convention's Popular Founders Reception for the 7th consecutive year. Now, during that reception, NABJ founder Paul Brock was honored for his tireless work in support of the 42-year-old organization. Mr. Brock began his journalism career right here in St. Thomas. The commissioner participated in a NABJ panel about film and television, where the department's new Real Nice ad campaign was unveiled, and it encouraged aspiring and seasoned filmmakers to consider the territory as a convenient location for shooting their upcoming projects. Well, as we talk about back to school, we want to talk about some more fun things you can do to enjoy. How about taking some time out to enjoy some fun in the sun? And we're not just talking about the beach. We're talking about, other things such as water sports and fun equipment, rental businesses. Now, you can spend a day at the beach. You can rent them. On St. Thomas, St. Croix, and St. John, Water Island, there are so many rental businesses. You can take a break, take advantage of events such as sailing camps, paddleboarding, and kayaking. You can get a good workout in the process. Water sports are very popular not only because of the adrenaline rush while getting tanned and toned, but also because of several health benefits. You get to breathe in some fresh air and be one with nature. It lifts your spirits up, sets you in a good mood, and keeps you refreshingly energized as well. Just log on and find one that's closest to you, many of them in the territory. Now, youngsters were invited to meet the Emoji Characters, Gene and Jailbreak, as they toured the territory with a special meet and greet party at McDonald's Tutu Park Mall and Lockhart Gardens. And then Saturday, they were in St. Croix, visiting the McDonald's Golden Rock restaurant, followed by McDonald's Villa Lorraine at 2 p.m. Everyone was encouraged to join the party and have their photos taken with these lovable characters. McDonald's presents its newest Happy Meal collection of fun plush characters from the Emoji Movie. If you don't know them by now, emojis are the cute little emotions of smiley faces, animals, and fruits on smartphones. They have long been part of the texting and online culture. The Texas Society staff said after 3 months of raffle ticket sales by the Texas Society staff, they announced the winner of that lucky ticket holder and winner of the 1990 Mazda Miata MX-5, that chili pepper red convertible. Ms. Vivian St. Just, who's no stranger, was handed over the keys today. Congratulations to her.
Vivian just won the beautiful Mazda that we've given away at the chili cook-off, or the Texas chili cook-off. I've been working on this car for about 2 years to give away to the community, and we've spared no expense in reconditioning it and making it a beautiful car, as you'll see. And I think she's going to love driving it.
I just want to say thank you, Jay, for donating the car, and then Eric here, my guy here with the Texas Society of the Virgin Islands, and as other people would know that I'm also the Executive Director of Family Resource Center, so we depend on the chili cook-off for our meeting the needs of our victims of crime.
Thank you, everybody, our volunteer staff. We've been selling tickets for about 3 months leading up to the chili cook-off last Sunday. It was all a great success. Vernon, Tommy, Paul, Ronette, Craig, Vicky, everybody knows, everybody went out, and it was an easy sell. It was a pretty little car. You just say $10 to buy a car and all the money goes to charity, and I've got to tell you, it was some kind of divine guidance when we reached our hand in and pulled out a ticket for Vivian here.
Well deserved. Congratulations again. Well, she is super excited about her new video, and so are we. Nicky Brooks, she's no stranger to the music scene, a local calypsonian known for her soca. She was a calypso monarch, daughter of a musician as well, Taco and the Playboys, her dad played with, and other bands on island. She wanted to do something a little different, she said, with a message, so there's some music in the lyrics, so be sure to listen. She stopped by to share the good news with me and to thank everyone involved in this venture. Here's Nicky Brooks.
I believe music is the key to every single thing. I think it could bring out feelings that you don't want to tap into. It's something that we go through in relationships. Sometimes men go through phones and women go through cell phones, and it causes insecurities when somebody steps out the relationship. And sometimes it brings either man or woman down. But this song shows that. I put everything I have in this song, and it just makes you know that everything bad is a lesson.
The stress you put me through, I held it down when you weren't around. 1,000 times, 1,000 times, I feel so cold when I'm in your arms. 'Cause the love you gave isn't adding up. Now you get me sick when I hear your voice. You wanna leave, so I wish you luck. I'm feeling lonely, even though I see you every day. You say you love me, but I don't ever see it in your ways. Are we losing what we built before? 'Cause I'm the one that you ignore. Is this really worth it? I know everyone ain't perfect. The grass ain't always greener on the other side. Baby, you never know until you try. I used to be afraid, but now I close my eyes and take a dive in. You never know, you might survive through the storm, through the tide. You cut my wings, but I won't fly, but I levitate and made it out. You never know, you might survive through the storm, through the tide. You cut my wings, but I won't fly, but I levitate and made it out. But I couldn't live without your love. Oh, I can't live without your love. No. That I couldn't live without your love. I can't live without your love. I'll survive.
Great job there. Name of the song is Chances, all scenes shot on St. Croix. And you'll hear more later on in the newscast. Stick around, we have much more straight ahead.
We are seeing some beautiful conditions, perfect for the beach. It's a little bit drier than it normally is this time of year, but take a look at the satellite. Really, we're not seeing much of anything going on. Taking a closer look, of course, we could see some pop-up thunderstorms in Puerto Rico over those mountains, as always, but pretty much everyone is going to stay nice and dry. So for tonight, 79 degrees, that's the low, partly cloudy skies. St. John tomorrow, partly sunny, 89 degrees. We could always see a very brief, stray trade wind shower anywhere, anytime. But for the most part, it's going to stay dry. 89 degrees in St. Thomas and also in St. Croix, 90 degrees with sunshine. So it's really going to be beautiful out there. The Atlantic marine forecast, we don't have any advisories to tell you about. The waves 2 to 4 feet, winds out of the east around 10 knots. In the Caribbean, 3 to 5 feet for our waves, and then the wind out of the east from 5 to 10 knots. So very pleasant conditions out there. If you're going to be boating or swimming, enjoy yourself. Just be careful as always. Now Wednesday, partly sunny, 89 degrees. Thursday, we could see a very brief stray shower, mainly overnight. During the day, we expect it to stay pretty much dry, 89 degrees. And then Friday, a shower is possible, very brief again, mainly a sunny day. And then Saturday, same story. Sunday, a shower or two. So that's when we're going to see a little bit of an uptick as far as the wet weather. Temperatures in the upper 80s all week long. Sandy, back to you.
Sunny, a little cloudy here and there, not too bad. Cool, calm picture there by Cristino Gonzalez, second grader, with some beautiful conditions there. We'd like to thank you for joining us, and if you'd like to send in your pictures, send it to the address right there on the screen. As promised, we leave you with some beautiful music from Nicky Brooks. The name of the song is Chances, from the Chances video. I'm Sandra Gumansing. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
You put me through, I held it down when you weren't around. 1,000 times, 1,000 times, I feel so cold when I'm in your arms. 'Cause the love you gave isn't adding up. Now you get me sick when I hear your voice. You wanna leave, so I wish you luck. I'm feeling lonely, even though I see you every day. You say you love me, but I don't ever see it in your ways. I will lose.